Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to those brothers pushing this truth and sincerity. And today I'm doing this video. It's me, the brother Napash Kodash. And today I'm doing this video on the heathens basically going against us. Okay? Because countless times in history, Jake wanted to team with the heathens, but this video to show you that the heathens been against us since the beginning, from Egypt till today, because you got these Jakes out here, they joining the American army, that's off, because they joining hand in hand with the heathens, the ones that are against you, they oppress you and then you join them. That don't really add up to me, but I'm gonna let the scriptures talk. This the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 10. It say, "Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when they falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land." So this the Egyptian talking about the Israelites. What he's saying is, it's a lot of Israelites in Egypt right now. We got to get them out the land, because if we go to war or something, they going to join the enemy. You see, like this is a clear example to show the heathens against us. They first thought wasn't to, well, let's try to please with them, or let's try to just, make their living condition. No, it wasn't make their living condition better. It was, let's get them the hell up out of here. I don't want them here no more. They just going to join the enemy. Verse 11 say, "Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens." All right, so see, they just put slave masters over us, and they just beat our ass even more. So basically what they try to do, they try to keep order by oppressing us even more. This is what I'm talking about. The heathens don't got no fucking say-so in this world. They not gonna have no say-so in the kingdom. Why? They touched the Lord's apple. They touched the apple of the Most High's eye, basically. Yeah, that's it, bro. Like, think about it. Why are you joining hand in hand? You got these Egyptologist niggas and Kemet, whatever the fuck they call it. But they join in. But this is what the Egyptian said. I go back to the Egyptian Egyptology. It goes back to Egypt. But this is what the Egyptians just said. He said, "Therefore they did set them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens." Come on, you already know what they mean with taskmasters and burdens. Really? They went against us. They already had us in slavery, and they started doing us even worse. And they built, this verse 11, just a little bit farther down. I'm going to take it back from the top. Exodus chapter 1, verse 11. "Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pitmoth and Ramses." All right, so we built them. They was afflicting us, putting burdens on us, whipping us, putting taskmasters over us, oppressing us, and we was building them golden cities. We was putting in work for them, and they was treating us like shit. But this verse 12, but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. So they was just beating our ass even more. They just, one for one, Jake was stressed out. So when Jake stressed out, they're gonna go pop their Eve. That's why they was multiplying more. But they was trying to figure out, like, we keep oppressing them, we keep putting more on their plate, and they keep multiplying. This whole time they was trying to shrink our numbers, but it don't work. It's up to the Most High. They not finna shrink our numbers. All they could do is make us grow. This verse 14. "And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage." Once again, you Kemet and you Egyptology niggas, you fucking fools. Because right here it say, "And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage." You want to be like the Egyptians, but the Egyptians was whipping your motherfucking back. You don't know what they was doing to your ancestors. In my opinion, that's the second worst slavery behind this one. And it say, in mortar and in brick, and on all manner of service in the field, all their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. So they was making them work hard. You know, they wasn't giving them no break. They had them in the field all day. We built them pyramids. God damn it. They made us build them pyramids. And you got these Jewish niggas out here talking about, well, we went through the Egyptians. No, y'all didn't go through the Egyptian slavery. We did. The real Hebrews, the real Hebrew Israelites, the real Jews. Not the Jewish, the real Jews, the ones of color and the confusion of face. This verse 15. And it say, and the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shipra, and the name of the other was Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. Why? They was trying to get rid of that seed, cause what is it? Cause the seed relies in the man. You know, the lineage relies in the man. And I'm gonna grab this precept real quick. Bear with me for a second. This is Numbers chapter 1. Here we go. This is Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. All right, so what that means is, whatever, it don't matter what your mom is, what your dad is, you know, it's nothing new under the sun, and the scriptures do say go back to the old ways. So in this case, they was like, well, basically somebody, I'm gonna put it in a scenario. Somebody asked them where they come from, and basically they said, well, for example, if their dad was a Levite, he said, well, I'm a Levite, even if his mom was a Reubenite, because ain't no such thing as mixed. Okay, but going back to this Exodus chapter 1, verse 15, the king, 15 to 16, the king was basically saying, kill the boys, kill the males when they born, and keep the women alive. Why? Because if you kill the males, our seed done away with. Your seed, the nation of your seed is gone. Because the women don't make their own kind, a man do. You know, if an Israelite deal with a Moabite, a Edomite, a Syrian, it's going to come out of Israelite. But if an Assyrian man, you know, if an Assyrian, that's an Israelite man at that too. But if a Syrian man or a Moabite man or an Edomite man get with a Israelite woman, it's going to come out a heathen. Okay? Yeah, but that's all I have for that right there. Let me grab this. Basically what I'm saying is the heathens, especially the Edomites, but the Egyptians got the fucking Hamites, they got their part to play in this too. They was trying to kill our lineage, and they was, like I said, in my opinion, that's the second worst slavery. They was, imagine how hot Egypt is, got the hot ass sand on the ground. You know, all slaves ain't have sandals and shoes. They said rigor, it said a burden. It gave you hella words that meant bad in the simplest version. And they was just beat. They put taskmasters over them. But you niggas want to be commit in Egyptology. Fuck out of here. This is Psalms chapter 2. Why do the heathen rage, and they do imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and his anointed, saying. So basically the heathen kings, you know, you got the Edomites, the Syrians, all the heathens, they coming together, and they're basically saying, well, how we gonna get rid of the Israelites? How we gonna do this? How we gonna do that? How we gonna outsmart the Lord? That's a foolish thing to say. But it say, let us break their bands and asunder and cast away their cords from us. They did eventually, kind of get us to forget our heritage in this slavery, this last one. But as that was just because that was the Lord's will. But back then, when they was trying to do it, the Lord wasn't having that shit because we was cool at that moment. You know, it just wasn't going for the Lord right then and there because we weren't really fucking up how we was fucking up in the well, technically right now it would be considered the past, but to them in that time period it would be the future, if you get what I'm saying. But we weren't fucking up like that right now, so the Lord wasn't letting them just destroy our heritage like that. It say, he that sitteth in the heaven shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. They shall speak unto them, then he shall speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in sore displeasure. So the heathens, they gonna pay for this shit. But even just going back to the heathens not being with us, they literally all the heathens came together and just thought of a way how could they destroy the Israelites. How could they get it to destroy ourselves? They even do it to this day. All right. But this Obadiah chapter 1 verse 12, it say, but thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother and the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. So this talking about the Edomites, but all heathens probably did it. The Edomites, whenever destruction come our way, they celebrate. That's not something you do to a friend. That's something you do to an enemy. Okay? And this verse 13. Oh, wait, let me finish that. It say, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in a crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered those of his that did remain in the day of distress. So basically, they was just, the survivors they was killing, delivering us back up to whoever was killing us, even though if it was more Edomites. As soon as we became strangers and that brotherly bond was gone, it's been a perpetual hatred. All right. In this verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. So while these heathens going against us, what they don't know is it's gonna come back around and get them. Like they say, what comes around goes around. So when we get into the kingdom, they going into slavery. They gonna have the curses on them. We're gonna be taskmasters. We're gonna be whipping their ass, making them build our kingdom. All right. Hope that was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Yakar Kadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to those pushing this truth in sincerity and abad, Babul.